It's that time of the year again. The holiday season is upon us, which usually means fixture congestion in the football calendar. But with only one Boxing Day Premier League game this year, I have a perfect product to keep you entertained this holiday season, the African Cup of Nations. So let's take a look at the groups. We're going to predict the group stages all the way through to the finals. So in Group A, we have Comoros, Mali, Morocco, Zambia. In Group B, we have Angola, Egypt, South Africa, Zimbabwe. Group C, we have Nigeria, Tanzania, Tunisia, Uganda. Group D, we have Benin, Botswana, the DRC, and Senegal. Group E, we have Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, and Sudan. Group F, we have Cameroon, Gabon, Ivory Coast, and Mozambique. In Group A, I'm going to go with Morocco topping the group, Morocco being the host nation this AFCON. They're going to hope to repeat what Cote d'Ivoire did the last time out, winning as host of the tournament. Morocco is a very, very strong side, with African Player of the Year Afram Hakimi being a major factor to their success. Morocco made history in the 2022 World Cup, being the first African team to reach the semi-finals of the World Cup, losing only against the French. However, in the AFCONs, Morocco has failed to reach any real success, winning it only once in 1976 and exiting the round of 16 in 2023. With all that being said, Morocco has a lot of talent in their team. They do play a bit more pragmatic, which does seem to struggle against the more direct and attacking football we often see from African sides. But with all that being said, they're going to be host nation. They're going to have the backing of the whole country behind them. It's going to be hard not to see them top their group, with Mali taking second spot for me and then Zambia taking that third place advancement spot. So let's go into Group B. In Group B, I have South Africa in first place, qualifying for the World Cup for the first time in 16 years. A sporting nation like no other, being current Rugby Union champions and regular contenders in a Cricket World Cup, it will be paramount for Bafana Bafana to have a strong showing in this AFCON. There's a lot of hype around South Africa at the moment from their fans. It's the first time in my lifetime that I saw South Africa actually kind of flying high. So it will be quite important for us as a nation to see South Africa perform well in this tournament. Egypt, on the other side, does have the Egyptian King Mo Salah playing for them. He will be excited to return to his national team after recent criticism at Liverpool. Alongside Salah is Omar Marmoush. He will also be instrumental to the Egyptian success. Egypt being record holders, winning the AFCON 7 times with a three-peat during 2006 all the way through to 2013. The disappointing run in the 2023 AFCON ended with them failing to reach the quarterfinals, and they're betting favourites leading into this tournament after a wonderful CAF qualifiers. But their recent run of form is quite shambolic, with them only winning one game in the last 5. With all the strength we see from other teams in this tournament, I think it's going to be tough for Egypt to reach any real success. Salah has only scored 7 goals in his last 5 AFCON participations. And with the talent that Salah possesses, that's quite disappointing, falling this short in the AFCONs. Alongside these two nations, I think Angola will secure that third spot. That's mainly based on Zimbabwe being a team I think all these guys will win against. Let's go into Group C. We have Nigeria and Tunisia. I have Nigeria topping the group after a disastrous international season where Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup for a second consecutive World Cup year. It's going to be paramount for them to have some good showing at this AFCON. They are 3 times AFCON winners and runners-up at the last tournament. On paper, I would say Nigeria has the best team. They have Victor Osimhen, Alex Iwobi, and Wilfred Ndidi. The Super Eagles look very, very good on paper in this tournament. And with all the commotion around them not qualifying for the World Cup, I think they will be under so much pressure to perform well, and I think that's going to make them quite dangerous in this tournament. In Group D, I have the DRC topping the group, then Senegal, then Benin. I would love Botswana to go through, but it's going to be quite hard for Botswana to perform well against a team like Benin and Senegal, and they're definitely not going to get a result of the DRC. The DRC has a rich history in this competition, winning it twice and having an average result of reaching the quarterfinals, and during the last AFCON they finished in 4th place. The DRC will miss the star man Wizza, but they have veteran forwards with the likes of Cedric Bakambu and Meshank Eli. Group E, we have Algeria and Sudan going through. This is a very tough group. I think this might be a group of death. The only thing here is I don't think any one of these teams are really good contenders for the whole tournament, but they're very good in terms of competitiveness in this group. Burkina Faso and Equatorial Guinea both advanced through to the knockout stages at the last AFCON. With that being said, the reason I don't have them advancing through to the knockouts in this tournament, I think this group will lend itself to a lot of draws. In Group F, we have the Ivory Coast, Gabon, and Cameroon. In Group F, we have Ivory Coast, Gabon, and Cameroon advancing. Ivory Coast, of course, current AFCON champions, winning against African giants Nigeria at the 2023 AFCON. They will look to do a repeat and then build on momentum going into the World Cup. Then their CAF qualifiers, they went on an impressive run, scoring 25 goals in 10 games, winning 8 of those games and only drawing 2, and managing not to concede a single goal in that group. In this group, I think it's going to be hard not to see Ivory Coast through to the knockout stages. That's the group stages done and dusted. Let's go into the knockout stages. Before we do, guys, please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what else you would like me to cover or hear my opinion on. Now, without further ado, let's get into the round of 16. First match we would have is Mali against Tunisia. Here I'm going to go with Mali. I love their winger, Kamari Dumbia. He's an exciting player. Sometimes he's on the wing, sometimes he's in number 10. Quite an exciting prospect to keep an eye on. I think he's going to be the next big star out of Africa. The DRC against Cameroon. Cameroon is in a bad run of form as of late, only winning twice in their last 5, while the DRC is undefeated in their last 5 games. The head-to-head stats does favor Cameroon, but the DRC also recently knocked Cameroon out of the World Cup qualifiers. So it will be a sort of grudge match, DRC against Cameroon. And in that game, I just like the balance of the Congo. So I'm going to have to go with the DRC taking the win over Cameroon. Then we have South Africa, Zambia. This, I think, is going to be an easy match for South Africa. Then we have Ivory Coast, Sudan. Not an easy game to predict. Ivory Coast coasting through to the quarterfinals. On the other side, we have Egypt against Gabon. I really like the Gabonese team. They have Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up front, alongside an exciting veteran to watch, Dennis Buhanga. He's going to be very pivotal to their success, linking up with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And of course, these two superstars will go against Mohamed Salah and Omar Marmoush. This is going to be a game to watch. I do think the Pharaohs will march on. Then we have Morocco against Benin. Easy one to predict, Morocco on home soil. So let's take a look at Algeria against Senegal. Algeria's dominated Senegal in their historic head-to-head. Algeria only managing to lose twice when playing against Senegal in the last 10 meetings. And with Mohamed Almora being such a good player and being such a vital piece of the Algerian attack, it's going to be hard not to see Algeria take another dub of Senegal. Nigeria, Angola, easy game to predict. Nigeria wins that game every day of the week. Let's take a look at the quarterfinals. We have Mali against the DRC. The DRC has such a good balance. I'm going to have to go with the DRC. South Africa, Ivory Coast. This is going to be such huge quarterfinals. I think both these teams are contenders to win it all. I really do think Ivory Coast has such a good defensive team, while South Africa does have the best goalkeeper. This game has penalties written all over it. If this game does go to penalties, it's hard not to see the South Africans win. Such a good team, such a good goalkeeper they have. Great balance from both these teams. This could be a finals. So let's take a look at Egypt, Morocco, another major team or another major match to keep an eye on. The fact that Egypt has struggled in recent AFCONs and Morocco will be on home soil, I'm going to have to go with Morocco. Algeria, Nigeria. This will be very interesting to watch. I do like that Algerian team, but I do think Nigeria on paper is a much better team with the pressure they would have on their backs. And after their disastrous qualifiers, I think they will be so motivated to show that Nigeria is still the African giants. Okay, semi-finals time. We have the DRC against South Africa. Both these teams are so well balanced. Such a good spread of talent throughout their 11. Of course, the last time they met were in the third place playoff game during the 2023 AFCONs. And in that game, South Africa won on penalties. And I think it's going to be a repeat of that. I don't see South Africa not winning against the DRC. Then we have Morocco, Nigeria, both contenders to win this tournament, both very good teams. Morocco on home soil, Nigeria being just this wonderful team. I'm going to have to go with Nigeria. And I think that means we're going to have a South Africa Nigeria finals. Very unshamelessly, I'm going to have to say South Africa is going to win the 2025 AFCONs. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like this video, please subscribe, and let me know in the comments what picks do you disagree with. Do you think Nigeria might struggle to even reach the quarterfinals? Do you think I'm being naive, not putting Morocco into the finals, not having Morocco win at home? I've been Chris from the Touchline Reports. Cheers.